there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is
just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building. There's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Open man is Westbrook, complete.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On a jet sweep, here's Westbrook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion. And they'll blow that one up. Back at the 16-yard line. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He gets it to Humphries. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To the air again, it's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st down, gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Cousins. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Crowell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's gonna air it out deep for one. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter and interceptions. So maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun handoff now to Crowell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Crowell. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw is Cousins. This is Crowell on the catch. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Cousins now. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cameron Meredith. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
They've got his man complete. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, Goff sliding out of the pocket. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. A little dump off for Crowell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville, it's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll run it again with Crowell. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cousins, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon, and the Titans are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing, finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We got this.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Goff, airing it out deep for Woods. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. A deep strong.
So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 15, check 15. Hold on. Check.
Here's Goff. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Alex Anzalone, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's got to make a decision.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.